president. When I was a young boy, I was fascinated by the mysteries of the universe. I wanted to know everything there was to know about science and technology, the unknown. I wanted to explore the wonders of creation and discover the secrets of existence, matter, what makes all things. I pursued this passion throughout my life, becoming a physicist, an experimental physicist to be precise, and an internet IT executive at the highest levels of the industry, and a visionary at the cusp of 21st century science and technology and culture. Among other firsts, I coined the word app effectively by creating the first app builder tool that was really useful in the industry from 1988 to 1993 when I was in college at the University of Utah studying physics. Appware enabled our Navy and companies large and small to create their own apps. Indeed, individuals, non-programmers, like yourselves actually, could create their own applications or apps that today we would use on our smartphones every single day. Create your own. That's what the Navy did, and LucasArts and so many others across the industry. The company was purchased in 93 when I was 22 for a nice bit of money, $24 million. Not bad when you're that young. Then I went on to build the largest internet consulting company on the planet. Over my 35-year career, I have developed technologies for the U.S. Department of Defense, and over half the Fortune 100 have been my clients at times throughout this career. The first global near paperless company. The first internet to run a global public company. The first quarterly earnings report to Wall Street via Sitecast, our version as a predecessor of Zoom. I led the global engineering and digital communications firm that pioneered the internet economy itself in the 90s when it was founded across the world. Running the world's largest internet consulting firm was an extraordinary experience, and I learned an immense amount about business and about life as well. I won the Entrepreneur of the Year award from Ernst & Young, the accounting firm, in 1998. And I've served on the boards of directors for the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, all the way to the United Nations University for Peace in Costa Rica, the first nation on earth to abolish its military successfully. And I personally funded and led philanthropic endeavors and expeditions, among them to help His Holiness the Dalai Lama XIV in the government in exile in Dharamsala, India, to be able to broadcast to the world his message of peace via satellite uplink for the Tibetan government. It was a pleasure to travel to that extraordinary place and meet with His Holiness. We were able to circumvent China's stranglehold on that great people. At the same time, back in the States, I was being widely recognized as something like a Fox Mulder of Silicon Valley, having conducted among the most serious scientific efforts ever mounted to understand the UFO phenomena, now becoming acknowledged as a highly sensitive and relevant topic that our government is now beginning to reveal to the world. I have indeed been involved in that part of our future for a quarter century of history-making research. My books on the cutting edge of science and technology, the future of our economy, and how we will live, work, play, trade, and explore are highly regarded, and in some universities becoming required reading for those new to these fields. They will be published anew now that my campaign is formally launching this month. But why am I telling you all this now? Because I want you to know that I am not just a politician. I am a dreamer, a doer, and a leader. I am someone who has seen the best and the worst of humanity, who has faced challenges and overcome obstacles, and who has learned from failures and celebrated many successes. I am someone who has a vision for our great nation, a vision that is not based on division, but on unity, a vision that is not based on fear, but on hope, a vision that is not based on hate, but compassion and love. You see, I believe American citizens can never be enemies, but must always be friends. We have overcome many difficulties together in our long history. We are not red states or blue states, but the United States of America. We are not liberals or conservatives, but Americans who want the best for our country and our people. We are not Democrats or Republicans, but citizens who care about our democracy and our republic. We have more in common than what separates us. We all want a strong economy that creates jobs and opportunities for everyone. We all want a secure nation that protects us from threats at home and abroad. We all want a healthy environment that preserves our natural resources and our climate. We all want a fair society that represents the dignity and rights of every person. But we also know that we face many challenges and crises that threaten our future. We are still recovering from a global pandemic that has taken the lives of over 600,000 Americans and millions more around the world. We are still grappling with the legacy of systemic racism and injustice that has plagued our nation for centuries. We are still dealing with the consequences of political polarization and misinformation that has eroded our trust in each other and in our institutions. These are not easy problems to solve. They require courage, wisdom, and cooperation. They require leadership, not partisanship. And they require us to work together, not against each other. My fellow citizens, that is why I'm running for president, because I believe that I have the experience, the skills, and the vision to lead this country forward. Because I believe that I can bring people together to create new solutions that solve old, persistent problems. Because I believe that I can restore the soul of America with your help, with your involvement and engagement, my brothers and sisters. I have proven this throughout my career as an internet entrepreneur and a visionary at the cusp of 21st century science and technology, and I've proven it by working with people from different backgrounds, cultures, and perspectives. I have proven this by being open-minded, curious, and respectful at the same time. I have proven this by being honest and humble and compassionate. I will always continue to prove this as your president. I will not be a president for one party or one group, but for all Americans. And I will listen to all respectful sides of reasoned debates and opinions, and seek common ground on all occasions and in all ways that are reasonable. I will focus on the areas where we agree and where we can work together for the common good. And I will not ignore or dismiss differences that we all have, but I will not let them divide us or define us either. I have prepared a diagram here of the parties at the table, so to speak, of our great democratic republic of independent, proud citizens.
My fellow citizens, I hope to have your help and your vote to unite American government. Joseph P. Firmage for President and Commander-in-Chief.
When we have nearly half of the American public at
at conceptual odds with the other half. We all know what we're talking about here. We as Americans share so many values. It's hard to imagine how we've come to this day. These are the areas of overlap where we can expand our partnership and understanding of each other. Re-engage the American dream together as citizens first, partisans a distant second, third, or fourth. These are the areas, these overlapping areas, will be present as priorities in my cabinet. Should I serve you as your next president? Please give me the great honor of uniting the American government, our American government, to serve us all better next year and beyond. For those of you who back me, who make the wisest choice for the future of our nation, to those who join me in this campaign, we are writing future history books together. We will heal our wounds together and remodel our nation. We will together inspire a world in need of inspiration and hope. We will show the world that America is and always shall be the land of the free and the home of the brave. And we will show the world that America is still the beacon of hope and a force for good, forever. We will show the world that America is and remains that shining city on a hill. Yes, I miss Reagan too. I have begun preparations on a 15 plus 1, 16-part organized series of briefings along the lines of my work on the border policy, on China, on Ukraine, on inflation, on the banking sector, and how we're going to create new money ruggedly, the right way, and how we're going to ascend to the stars within the next, at most, 20 years, if I am privileged to become your next president.